they went from a loss-making operation to very profitable.
We won a big contract.
We were getting the customers that nobody else wants. Nowadays, we are proud to say that we choose our customers.
So they are actually asking us about a much bigger area.
Hello to our Ceva network again. This is our third series of Coffee Talks. And today from Dubai, we're going to talk about contract logistics in IMEA region. Now, in studio, we have Bart Beeks, who is our Global Chief Operating Officer of Contract Logistics. We have Antonio Munoz. He is a regional leader in IMEA for Contract Logistics. And we have Rabi, who is Regional BD for CL. Now, where do we start? First of all, Bart, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you.
I'm going to start with you, if you don't mind. So, we were a small region before. We were just MEA, and not many people noticed us. Now we're IMEA, much bigger region with India subcontinent and with Bolloré joining. But again, when it comes to contract logistics, each sub-region has its own trajectory, has its own path. In your opinion, which sub-region is most progressive, and maybe which sub-region do you think has most prospect, something that we need to tap into more seriously?
Yes. Thanks, Laila, for the question. And first of all, thanks for having me today here in the studio together with all of you. So now let me answer in two ways. So the first answer is I think that what the team has done in the last few years here in MEA and now IMEA is really turn around the business. And they went from a loss-making operation to very profitable. So what they have done is they've done really well. So compliments to the team of the turnaround they have performed in the last few years. When it comes to the region, it's an endless region. But when it comes to our resources, and remember, contract logistics is a business which is run by people. We don't have ships, we don't need trucks, planes, we have people. That's where we have our strength. So, and we have limited capabilities to deploy those people all over the region. There are so many opportunities. So if I look at the region now, the countries where you have most potential is the countries where we have an installed base. That is South Africa, that's Dubai, Saudi maybe, and India, of course. So I would really I recommend the team with Tony to keep developing where we have an installed base, because that's where we have the best teams, the best opportunity to grow. And if we have to open a new country or a new region, we have to do it very thoughtfully with a strong team on the ground. You cannot start from scratch anywhere in Africa or in the Middle East area if you have no existing infrastructure. So what they've done really well, focus on a few opportunities. And that doesn't mean that there will be new opportunities to be added or new countries to be added, but you have to do it very thoughtfully. You cannot play in 5 new regions at the same time. So for me, keep South Africa developing, keep Dubai, maybe Saudi, Egypt, Lebanon, and India, and don't add any other countries for the time being.
So sharpen the focus on, as you say, on the areas where we have strength.
Yes.
As Bart mentioned, Tony, under your leadership, there has been tremendous change in contract logistics. What I'm seeing is big customers. It looks to me like we're becoming very picky when it comes to the type of customers that we're working with in CL. Amazon is one of the big names. Is that correct, Tony?
Definitely, Leila. Actually, picking up from where Bart left it, we need to be thoughtful not only on the countries that we want to open, but also on the customers that we are choosing. We don't have unlimited resources. We have limited resources, so we have a little bit changed the way we are approaching business since around 2013. Before that period, we were responding to any single RFQ, and we were not growing at the same pace that the rest of the regions. So we realized at this moment we needed some support. We contacted our global team, and we had a workshop in Dubai with Chris, our global BD leader, where we defined the areas where we need to develop, as Bart mentioned, South Africa, Dubai, and India now, but before was Lebanon. And not only the areas where we want to develop the business, but also the type of customers that we want to have. We did an internal exercise what our strengths are, where we have a cutting-edge technology, cutting-edge knowledge. As Bart said, people is important. So we got support from our network to develop those verticals. And this has been the trigger for us to change the way that the region was being approached. And yes, we are very, very picky. Ceva is not a company for all the customers, and not all the customers are for Ceva. So we have now our go-to-market strategy that clearly defines what type of customers we want to approach in terms of size, in terms of vertical, and we can provide more value than our competition.
Can I just add to that question, Tony? In terms of verticals for our EMEA region, what are your key targets? At least top 3.
There are different types of vertical depending on the region. For example, in South Africa, we are very focused on e-commerce and automotive. In Middle East, we are more focused on consumer and retail. Now we are developing a new vertical for luxury products, thanks to the acquisition of Volore and the expertise that we are gaining from them. And we are also focused in e-commerce. And similarly in India, e-commerce is a big vertical for us.
Now, Ravi, if you don't mind, I'm going to break the news.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we won a big contract with Shein for 3 years, if I'm correct. Ravi, can you tell us, how did we get there? What was the journey? What is our scope?
Yeah, it was a great journey, Leila. To be honest, this kind of win doesn't come from one-man show. Definitely, it was an absolute teamwork. We have done a fantastic job to convince the customer. And as you mentioned, we have won a great contract. It was maybe one of the first mega contracts in this region. It is 3 years, and we got there through the team. And how it happened, because of course we understand the customer requirement. So we really deep dived through his pain. He was looking for a space, and he was looking for a tailor-made solutions, and we offered them that on spot. On the second part, it was also the prices. We were competitive. We were actually the only, service providers that can offer them what they were looking for, and that came through the relationship and the trust we built with the Shein team. We understand exactly what they were looking for, and they were very transparent with us. On the same time, we were also very transparent with them.
And just a bit on the scope. Can you tell us what does the scope include with this new contract?
Yes, definitely. So this is an e-commerce big customer in the region. So the requirement is to have a distribution center. So we will be receiving their cargo in our facility in Ceva 4. So we did not go out. We did the solution within our facility, and we want to also have an outbound for them. For the region, they will serve the UAE market as well as the GCC market.
Thank you so much, Rabi.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to go back to India. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone from India here, so I'm going to ask a question to Bart. Now, India is booming, manufacturing in India, both for local market and for export. Yes, we have acquired Stellar. Yes, we have opened a new warehouse in Chennai. But what are the plans? I think this is a massive market to think about.
Yes. And I think if you look at the history of Ceva, I think we have been in India before, but we never reached a sort of maturity stage. So we worked for companies like Ericsson there many years ago. And I think with the acquisition of Stellar, and I'm very happy with the quality of the people that we've seen and the commitment of the people that come from Stellar. I think combined with the strategy that we have developed with Tony to really use our Ceva tools, our showcases, our SCA, Kaizens, Lean tools, Primer, all of those tools, if we can use those tools with the people that we have from Stellar together with the people that we had as a Ceva, so under Vivek's responsibility and with Paras, we should be really able to grow significantly in India.
Now I'm going to go to a slightly different topic, people in CL. Tony, if anyone is people's person, that's you. You always appreciate your people, you listen to them, you do as much as you can for them. Now, in this day and age, when everyone is talking about AI, about automation, about robots, you are heavily investing in people. How come? What is your strategy behind that?
Yeah, Leila, I really believe that AI has arrived here to support people, not to compete with people. So as Bart said, we don't have assets, physical assets. Our assets are our people. So as more we develop our employees, more value they add to our supply chains, therefore to our customers, right?
I will support our people, but we depend very much on the people because our maturity in the countries where we work is not that high. So we develop on the key teams that are running our business, and you've done a great job.
The fact that we are bringing technology does not mean that we need to reduce or we have to reduce the quantity of manpower. It's actually quite the opposite. More technology means more throughput because the capacity of the technology is not linear, it's exponential.
Going back to the people and technology, Tony, what I really like about a lot of our CL work is that I see a lot of women in solution design, in technology, and that's very interesting. You usually don't visualize women in Middle East or India working in a warehouse, but I think that's kind of changing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true. Most of our contract logistics management in IMEA, most of the employees are women. And in our warehouses, we have a lot of women working, not because they are women. So we really believe that they are the right person to suit that position. They are talented employees. And we don't actually look, it's not one of my criteria or our criteria when it comes to hiring employees to the gender that they are, but the quality that they will bring to the team. And yes, it happens to be women.
I want to go again to Ravi.
Yes, please.
Ravi, can you tell us some secrets? I mean, we're all excited about Shein, although we are literally being kicked out of our office and we have to move. But do you have any more secrets you want to tell us? Any other Sheins in the pipeline that we can look forward to in IMEA?
As you said, do you have another Shein business? Yes, we do have Shein in another places. So they are actually asking us about a much bigger area. We are talking about 200,000 square meter space, and they want Ceva to participate on that. So this is the second Shein.
So if you ask me where are you going the next 5 years, Tony made a 5-year plan. I don't know, what is your revenue that you wanted to, I think at least double or triple. That's something that I see realistic.
I will just kind of try to close this conversation with one final question. Whoever wants to take it up, it's up to you. So for IMEA region, let's look at the 5 years, where we were 5 years ago, where we are now, and where do we want to be in next 5 years? Are we going to be in the top two or top 3 best performing CL regions?
Compared to the company?
Yes.
Compared to the rest of the regions?
Compared to the rest of the regions.
Maybe Bar, you want to answer this because...
I think I would say that in terms of size, you'll probably not be able to beat Europe or North America. And that's logical because, you know, in Europe we have 75,000 people. That's not going to happen. But I would say compare it to the region. So would you become one of the top 3 service providers in the IMEA region compared to the competition? Yes. If you are not already there, you are certainly be able to become there, to get there. So, and in terms of reputation, when you are in the top 3 for the whole region, compared to, let's say, all the Kudenagels and the DHLs and the GXOs, I think that would be even more important than competing with a region like Ceva Europe or
Exactly.
Ceva North America. So I would say, look, is it possible? Yes, it is possible, and I think it should be one of the ambitions of the team of Tony to become one of the top 3 players in the region.
Thank you for coming to the studio, and thanks to our network for watching. So now, guys, you know that IMEA region is growing. The contract logistics business is growing. If you have customers anywhere in the world that are looking for CL opportunities in IMEA, we have strong capabilities in this region to support. Once again, thank you, everyone, and goodbye from Dubai.